Hello and welcome to today's esoteric collective reading. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to get into a quick little what does the collective need to hear today. I hope you're all having a great day. Like I said, I've repeated that twice, so maybe you're all having a great day. If you're interested in any of the decks used, they'll be in the description, listed out with the deck name and then author. But yeah, we're going to get into this quick little message for you. What does the collective need to hear today? Alright, we got one card so far, and two. Interesting. Very fun. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant. What's interesting about this is even though I pull cards off camera, as you can hear, I was just shuffling normally. Also, apologies for moving the camera angle, but that way you can see better. The deck had the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck after I shuffled it before starting the roll of the film. And so while the Nine of Cups popped out like a tarot card normally would, which is always lovely, the Hierophant just kind of ended up being the last card in my hand. And I had forgotten that it was the Hierophant until I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I technically did like split the deck real quick. I do this thing where, and I can show you real quick, just for a visual aid here, where I'll take the deck sometimes and just cut it and then move whatever's to the back to the front, and then you get a new card. So I'll go ahead and take this Knight of Swords as well. Also, Page of Wands was under it, followed by Queen of Wands. So I'll take the Page of Wands, and that'll be our starting energy for today. The colors blue or purple could be significant, as well as green. My nails in particular are blue and purple, that's why I mentioned that, as well as the cards, obviously, as you can see. Starting out though, already getting this vibe of upgrade energy. Whenever I see the Hierophant, while it's traditionally, that's a joke, traditionally known to be about traditions and ethics, it can also be about upgrades and like leveling up. If there was a promotion deck, promotion card in the deck, I would say it would be the Hierophant or Judgment. I just looked up and just looked at my Judgment painting because I have the Major Arcana painted on my wall. So this idea, though, that with the Hierophant being the currently only Major Arcana we're seeing, this idea that you're upgrading could possibly be in career. With the Page of Wands and Knight of Swords, it does give a little bit more of like something you're passionate about and quick-witted about. This idea that this upgrade is moving as fast as is thought being spoken, as speech. Literally just being like the phrase "you're hired" is coming to mind. So like as quickly as somebody can say "you're hired," that's how fast this upgrade happens for you, right? Especially with that Page of Wands, this idea of something that you've been going after, passions and creativity is what the Wands suit is about in particular. This idea that something that you've been striving for, especially with that Nine of Cups being like that feeling you get when your wish is granted. This could be like a promotion that you've been kind of like working towards. If you're resonating with the promotion energy, there's another collective esoteric reading I've done called It's Giving Promotion Energy, I believe, or It's Giving Promotion. I would recommend checking that out. But we're going to pull some more cards, but automatically great cards to start off with. It's very much giving like this is a wish fulfillment kind of a vibe. I would not be surprised if we saw the Star card at some point during today's reading. What else does the collective need to hear today? Interesting, a card kind of flew a couple feet away from me. Interesting, okay. Now we're getting to the itty-gritty, if you will. We got Eight of Swords. I'll pull one more card to clarify that. This could be something that's kind of weighing heavily on your mind. Something that you're like wondering whether or not this promotion's going to happen. And then as I said that, two cards flew out. So yeah, definitely getting the vibe like this, like especially with the idea of the Nine of Cups, how it's something, if you're constantly thinking about it, you're ramping it up, you're giving this idea a lot of your energy emotionally and mentally, right? And then having it come in towards you. Oh, this is incredibly interesting. Okay, so the two cards that flew out of the deck when I said you've been thinking about this a lot were Nine of Wands in reversed and Eight of Wands upright. And I'm going to adjust the camera real quick, so apologies for any shakiness. Try to move it as smoothly as possible, which could also be a sign for you as well. It could be that with this promotion, you're really... It could also... Okay, there's two things. Two very quick side details. Either A, you're scared about whether or not the promotion's going to happen, or B, you're scared if the transition into this promotion will be smooth. That's something else that's coming along. It's kind of giving the idea of like moving and like, are you going to be able to pack up all your stuff? Are you going to be able to hire movers if you need that for mobility reasons? Like that idea that you're able to see that things are moving in your favor, especially with that Eight of Wands upright. Like that's one of my favorite cards in the entire Minor Arcana, is to get Eight of Wands. So that idea that things are happening for you, specifically with the passions. People are wanting to work with you. That idea that people are wanting to work with you, and so you're getting promoted or hired into this new world almost, especially with in this deck in particular. While unfortunately I did cover it up a little bit, the Hierophant card has Earth. The idea of the world being leveled up into this new world with all of these new offers, with that Eight of Wands. It's giving the vibe that you might be a little bit anxious, either A, if the transition's going to be smooth, or B, if it's like this promotion's even going to happen. But this message here was to let you know you don't need to be anxious about this. This was meant for you. This is something that is part of your journey, and that this is a Bretman Rock quote. It is a soft quote. I'm not exactly going to get the words exactly right, but something that's coming to mind that I got from a Bretman Rock podcast episode, I think one of the earlier ones. I think it's the New Year's resolutions one, actually. But point being, it's that idea of, like, you don't need to feel nervous. You can transmute that idea into feeling excited, right? Especially with that Page of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Like, it's this idea that, especially if this is something that you've been working towards for a while, especially if this is something that you've been like almost like amping up for, you don't need to let that antsy energy like eat you up. I would say let it move towards you and be excited for this opportunity. Don't be scared of it. Understand that if you need time to recuperate because it's too much, you can take that time. Because what is meant for you will always come back for you. And so knowing that now is not the time for rest. Maybe you are coming out of a restful period. You've already been resting. My cat's coming by, so I don't know if you're going to see him on screen, but just in case you do, I have a cat. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the video, but normally I disclaim that I have a cat, and so sometimes you might see him on screen, but that's all. Point being, though, it's very much giving, like, this is happening fast. I just saw 8:34 on the timer, so 8 could be a very big number for you. 3, 4 equals 7 when you add it up, which is a lucky number. So very fun, very fun. I'm going to end this off with an All of You is Magic deck card. This deck is really good for meditative practices or visualization practices. I also like it for journaling prompts as well. What does the collective need to hear? Just to end this off with, quick little reading for you. Whoa, so like a bunch of cards just flipped over, but I'm just going to take the top one. But definitely with that Eight of Wands vibe, it's giving like you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming towards you with this promotion, with this I'm getting hired energy. And you have the power of intuition to be able to choose what's right for you because of how much emotional fulfillment the right opportunity for you will bring. So we've got the card right here. The color brown could be significant. It's giving like almost like a garnet brown in a way. Kind of slide that up a little bit for y'all. Connecting with and prioritizing your inner child will make you feel safer and remind you the past does not define who you are. Beautiful. Very pretty. And then the ritual, which I will read to you, and I will try to get it on frame for those who like to read with me. Hopefully that's in focus. I apologize if it's not. Write down 3 things you wish someone would have done for you as a child, and one by one, start doing them for yourself. And then while you think on that, I'm going to let you look at the art on the back of the card. So one of my favorite things about this deck is the art on all of the cards on the back. Each one is individual towards itself, which could also very much be a part of this message. It could mean that this promotion energy that you're looking forward to could be an opportunity that inner child you would have loved to do, would have loved to have, I'm getting. And maybe along the way throughout life, you become a little jaded towards that, maybe a little anxious towards that. It's like that idea of like a kid. This is more a personal thing, but I'll share it because it's cute. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. And over time, I realized that maybe not for me because I don't really do math that well, but I really like science. And as I've grown older, one, my name is Mars, so I definitely like space if you can't tell. I have a space tattoo, like 1 or 2 at least, and I love learning about the stars. I love learning about constellations. I have a personal deck that I use just for me that's all about constellations. So through becoming an adult, while that inner child dream may have altered a little bit, I don't necessarily want to be an astronaut anymore. My love of space, the reason why I wanted to have that, like the reason why that inner child dream was so strong was because of my love of space. My love of space is still a very prevalent part of my life today. It's something that I very much give energy towards. So that's an example of how I would do that meditative practice when it comes to describing what your inner child would do for yourself today and then allowing yourself to indulge in those activities or hobbies or even just things you want to learn about, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick little message. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, or 1, 2, 2, 4. My bad. I'm not wearing my glasses. But that idea though, like a count up, like get ready for this hype energy. Like I'm so excited for you. This is gonna be great. But yeah, if you're still here, please check out my link tree in my YouTube description and YouTube bio to help donate money to Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Yemen, and Haiti, as well as many more. The whole point of that link tree is to help put money to where money can help people live better lives. So if you're interested in helping somebody out with funds today, check that out. Also, if you're an immigrant, particularly in the United States of America, I hope you have a beautifully safe and relaxing day today. I hope that nobody around you is endangered whatsoever, and I hope that you have a nice cup of tea this morning. I started my morning today with a nice cup of green tea in a really cute cup. I'll show you the cup, even though it's just water now, but the point is the cup. So I'll end the video off with, I hope you have a day that reminds you that you're a ray of fucking sunshine. But yeah, have a beautiful day, stay safe, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.